Did you choose the right opportunity? Are you living in your purpose? That's what we're going to talk about today on the Lead. And of course, every episode we prepare to prosper. That's what we're all about. Today, we're going to be talking about a concept that we
Right.
ran across that was really insightful. Have you ever heard of Ikigai? Ikigai, right? If you've heard of Ikigai, leave a comment in the comments, right? And tell us your take on Ikigai. But Ikigai is a Japanese concept, which means the reason for being, right? The
Mhm.
reason for being.
Yeah.
We at the League of Hustlers, we don't want to just talk about, like material things. We don't just want to talk about, um, those representations of freedom, the representations or physical aspects of success is not just about
Mhm.
that. It is a good way to, money is a good way to calculate, to track, to measure, right? Success. But there are also intangible things that we have to take in consideration, right? Oh, and first and foremost, if you're new here, I'm your co host, HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And of course, this is the league where we prepare to prosper, man. But this concept of ikigai is really insightful, and it it begs the question for us all to ask: what's the reason for our being? Right. So as we pursue our respective hustles, and as we chase success, and as we pursue building wealth, not only for ourselves but for our families, what does that really mean for our purpose and our reason for actually being here on Earth? Right. And so this is the concept of ikigai. So what we wanted to do is just explore that a little bit. Right.
Right. Right. So let's go ahead and bring up the graph. Right. So this is a visual representation about this entire concept. Right. Ikigai. Okay. And if you see here, I mean, it's all there. Right. You have the overlap of what you love, the overlap of what the world needs, the overlap of what you can be paid to do, and the overlap of what you're good at. Um,
Right.
And what I see here, man, is really a balancing act.
Right.
When you're talking about, the whole concept of ikigai to me looks like a balancing act. If you can find a solid balance of these things, then you'll have a wholeness. You'll have fulfillment, self fulfillment at that
Right.
in regards to your being, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? I know we talked about this a lot before. Like we used the term rich a lot. And some people, depending on where you are in life and your outlook on, riches, right? You may think, especially when we're talking about it, that it's just material. Let us be clear, we're not just talking about material riches. We're talking about rich in health, rich in relationships, rich in intellect, as well as rich in money, right? Um, and so, how do you measure intellect? You can take tests, right? How do you measure relationships? It's, shown through how people love you and how you love people. How do you measure richness of purpose? How do you measure richness? So richness can be measured a ton of different ways, but one hardcore measurement is money, right? That men lie, women lie, but numbers can't, right?
Right.
But in
Simplest
terms
way.
of the concept of ikigai, if you notice each of these things, right? What you love, and then what the world needs, and think about the intersection of those two, right? The intersectionality of those, right? Between what you love and then what the world needs, that's where you can find your mission, right? And then between what the world needs and what you can be paid for, that's where you can find your vocation. Between what you can be paid for and what you're good at, that's where you can find a profession. Between what you're good at and what you love, that's where you can find a passion,
Right.
you
Right.
know. And that's what makes this so wonderful, man. So beautiful, And that's what we should all be pushing for. right? Ikigai, right? And just to lead into it, bro, the dream stream strategy, right? One of the key pieces of our flagship product called the dream stream strategy is a section, a worksheet called the opportunity analyzer. All right. The opportunity analyzer. And in the opportunity analyzer, we discuss how to choose the right opportunity, right?
Right.
You don't just want to get into something just focusing on the money, right? You don't just want to get into something just focusing on the passion either, right?
Man, don't do it.
So let's talk about that a little bit, bro.
Yeah, so just like H was saying, man, it's you want to find a good opportunity for your
Right,
side hustle. You don't want to go overboard on passion because that doesn't mean it's a good opportunity for you to actually earn or to help others or whatever it is. You don't want to go into something solely for money, in the long term and get locked in. And then it ultimately, even though you may be earning money, it could drain the life out of you because it might not be something that fulfills you in the other spectrums. And so the opportunity analyzer, man, is a good spot for us to kind of weigh out, and choose what's the best vehicle for us to move forward in pursuit of these hustles and side businesses and things like that, right? And so some of those questions we ask, right? How much do you know about this particular subject matter? What's your knowledge level on this particular industry? How motivated are you? And when we say motivated, we're talking about this is that component of passion or love for a particular industry or area, right? How motivated are you? How motivated will you be to do this thing continuously 6 months from now, right?
right.
And then what's the demand level? Will other people pay you for this? Is this something that you can do to be paid for, and other people are going to be beating down your door to actually give you the money to to do this service or to sell this product? And so looking at that whole chart, the whole concept of ikigai, is a great way to help balance out um, your side hustle. It's a great way to find the perfect opportunity. Number one, if you don't have it already, you need to get the dream stream strategy. All right, it's
First and
available.
foremost.
Right, go ahead and get the dream stream strategy, get the workbook, and begin working through this entire process. This whole concept of ikigai, it really, for us, it just kind of validates what we were already talking about. you know Being able to select the right opportunity and having these set of core competencies that can actually make sure that it's the right opportunity for you. And even outside of the hustle, if you go by the ikigai chart, it's going to help you balance your life, period. You know what I mean? Which is, you want to be able to choose an opportunity that fits not only for your wallet, but it also fits with your life.
Yeah, man. And I mean, if you think about it, it's just so beautiful, right? Man was put on earth to do what? Right? Like, really, what were we put here to do, right? That's your purpose. Was it to just sit around? No, of course not. Right? The Bible says we're put here to subdue the earth, right? To work it, to have dominion over it, right? And we can express that in a multitude of ways if you think about it, right? Through our passion, through our mission, through our vocation, through our profession, right? Think about just the sheer fact of we're as humans able to pick out something that we're passionate about based off of our life experiences, um, work through, work to becoming a master at that, right? Master those skills, right? And not just one, right? A multitude of them. And then use whatever we're working on to help other people. It's actually a beautiful thing. And that's the concept of Ikigai, right? The reason for being, the reason for being. That's very insightful, in my opinion.
Right.
And I think we should all seek to find that keyword. What you said, bro, is that balance between what we love, what the world needs, what we can be paid for,
Right.
as well as things that we're naturally good at,
Right.
right? And finding that balance and finding that center place of knowing that you're here for a reason, right? Hope this helps, right? Dream Stream Strategy, we have the Opportunity Analyzer. It's going to help you work through these concepts. So as you're filling out the Opportunity Analyzer, you should be thinking about, like, what's my actual passion? What am I actually good at? What am I here for? What's my mission? Right? What does the world need? How can I service that need? Right? And I think there you'll find your reason for being.
Right. Yep. Like,
Yeah, man.
subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Ikigai. All right. And maybe some things that you've done as far as that's been helpful for finding balance. All right. Because we all go through that. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you got a side hustle, you've had to balance some things. So let us know what's helped you out.
Yeah.
And that's it, guys. League of Hustlers, we out.
Yeah, and make sure that you go and check out